From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
As we transition into fall, that can be a perfect setup for some really cool overnight lows and really warm daytime highs. That's what we had today. Low temperatures this morning in the mid to the upper 40s, but we're currently sitting in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees, feeling fantastic out there. No threat of rainfall for today, but there are clouds gathering to our northwest, and eventually that may yield a few rain showers, of course, just in time for the weekend. If you're out and about tonight, no problems as far as any rain goes. Temperatures not quite as cold tonight, but more importantly through tomorrow morning, maybe light jacket weather with temperatures in the low 50s. Get ready for warmer weather this weekend and even warmer weather for next week. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
Michigan school districts are now taking out loans in response to budget uncertainty. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Michigan has less than 3 weeks to pass a budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year.
Now, the State House and Senate passed their proposed budgets, but each differ by millions of dollars, which is leaving school districts with uncertainty and forcing some to take out loans for their day-to-day operations.
6 News reporter Delaney Rogers is here for you now live in studio to tell us how Michigan school districts are preparing as they wait for a budget to pass. Delaney.
Siobhan, Jorma, Michigan law requires Michigan public schools to adopt a balanced budget by June 30th each year. The state, however, doesn't have to adopt one until September 30th. This deadline allows schools to have enough time to receive their money for the school year in mid-October. But as the state deadline approaches, districts are taking out loans in case they have to wait to receive their funding. These loans are costing school districts thousands of dollars in interest and legal fees. This year, the Perry School District expects to accept a $2.2 million loan, which is estimated to cost them over $67,000 in fees. Lawmakers say there's been little progress in budget negotiations between the House and the state.
Our Speaker Hall has not been making a serious effort to get the budget done on time. And just about 2 weeks ago is when we saw the House proposed budget. It just is not progressing the way that it should, the way that it always has.
We aren't borrowing money because we are making poor fiscal decisions. We are committed to keep kids in school and to provide them the best education possible.
6 News has reached out to the House Speaker, Republican Matt Hall, for comment and have yet to hear back. More Michigan school districts have also taken out loans to prepare for the unknown. To read on that story, visit WLNS.com. Back to you.
All right, Delaney, thank you. The man accused of killing the niece of Jackson Mayor Daniel Mahoney appeared in court for the first time today. This afternoon, Antonio Green appeared on video and was arraigned on several charges, including second-degree murder in the shooting death of 18-year-old Mia Sims. Police and prosecutors say Green shot Sims in the neck on July 27th in the 1500 block of Carl Breeding Way. She was found in a vehicle and died soon after. Police in California found and arrested Green several weeks later. In addition to second-degree murder, he's also charged with discharging a firearm in or at a building causing death and felony firearm. Green faces up to life in prison if convicted, and he's expected back in court on September 19th.
Also developing in Jackson, it's just not a suspect who's in some hot water tonight. It's also a judge.
Yeah, that's right. The state's Judicial Tenure Commission, which is charged with investigating judges, issued a public complaint against a circuit court judge there today.
Our Jackson Bureau reporter Sean Graney is here for you now to walk us through it.
The Judicial Tenure Commission released this 23-page complaint against Judge Thomas Wilson, which accuses him of sexually harassing women he worked with, appearing under the influence of alcohol at the courthouse and at other work-related events, as well as failing to disclose conflicts of interest in cases he was working with, accepting prohibited gifts, and delaying decisions. The complaint lists numerous examples of sexual harassment that witnesses say the judge committed between 2016 and 2018. That includes describing his sexual activities to a female judge, talking about how he wanted to have sex with her, and discussing her body as well as the body of an assistant prosecutor. The complaint also says the judge admitted to abusing alcohol for several years, sometimes leaving to go home and drink and then return to the courthouse. It also says attorneys reported him smelling of alcohol at the courthouse. house. The complaint states Wilson failed to let people know about possible conflicts when lawyers before him rented or co-owned properties with him, and that he didn't pay some of them when they represented him or members of his family, which could be considered a prohibited gift. And finally, the complaint says that the judge improperly involved himself in several cases, including his own divorce, a case involving a relative where he called 911 and identified himself as a judge, and that one time he called 911, identified himself as a judge, and told authorities not to arrest a man, saying the situation was, quote, all taken care of. The complaint says that Wilson, who has been a judge since 2007, admitted to some of his actions under oath, but that he still has 2 weeks to respond now that the complaint has been made public. Here for you in Jackson, Sean Graney, 6 News.
And we have just heard from Judge Wilson's attorney, who calls his client a respected and trusted jurist and says, quote, it's not appropriate for us to try this case in the media, but I can tell you that we look forward to clearing his name as we move forward with the Judicial Tenure Commission process.
It's been 24 years since the September 11th terrorist attacks, and several organizations across Michigan held events today to honor those who lost their lives. Let's start at the state capitol. The annual 9/11 ceremony was held at the east steps of the building this morning. The ceremony began at 10:28 a.m. and many lawmakers brought in first responders from their districts for the event. 6 News spoke with one of the first responders there on what it means to honor those who lost their lives.
Our job is to go help people on their worst day of their life. And we understand every time that we do that, that there is a chance that something bad could happen to us as well. A day like today is very important in recognizing the people that have done that for other people. It's a very special thing to all of us as first responders to be invited to the Capitol. I appreciate the invite a lot, and to celebrate this day.
In addition to remembering those lost during the terrorist attacks, lawmakers also honored fallen first responders from their district who died in the line of duty over the past year.
And in the 23rd annual Mason Cares event that began earlier today and wraps up in less than an hour, it not only honored and remembered the people who lost their lives on 9/11, but today is also to show appreciation for local police, fire departments, and rescue personnel for the daily service they provide to the community. And today, volunteers showed their gratitude by cleaning, waxing, and polishing fire trucks, police cars, and the fire station. 6 News also spoke to an organizer of the event about what it means to host something like this on September 11th.
You and I walked out today from the house. We told our loved ones bye, we'll see you later. And so did those people 24 years ago. And some of them did not come home. So we remember those. And then we honor those people that went and saved all the rest of those people and the people in our community that are here for us every single day.
The Mason Cares event will conclude at 7 p.m. with a memorial service to show gratitude and help support local first responders.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have been quite fortunate with some really nice weather across the area, and we've got a couple more weeks of really ideal conditions, minus a couple days with some rain showers. Our picks on 6, pick of the day from Lisa in Ludington, showing an absolutely gorgeous, kind of a late summer feeling out there. You can almost feel yourself on that boat with the water lapping against it, and light winds and warm temperatures, and boy, that is a gorgeous looking picture. To have your photo shown on our 6 News 6 o'clock newscast, just upload it, WLNS.com/share. Drought monitor shows worsening drought conditions across the area. We're back in the dry conditions for the immediate area, but as you head just to our north, there are some spots of severe drought now beginning to show back up. So we've definitely been dry as of late, and I don't see that overall pattern changing in any meaningful way over the next several days. We've got high pressure today. It's beautiful outside. To our northwest, some cloud cover, and that is a storm system we're going to have to watch, but it's not going to have a huge impact on our weather. As we move into Friday morning, quiet by the afternoon, lots of sunshine, temperatures again in the 80s. This system will begin to sink south as we head into Friday night, Saturday morning. So some rain showers just to our north, and at some point during the day on Saturday, we'll have a few spotty showers run through, but then you see just as quickly as they move in, they are moving back out. So minimal rain totals from this system. It'll only impact a few folks out there. Most of us will not see any rain at all. Temperatures currently in the mid to the upper 70s. Very nice outside, well above average yet again. On the Skyview network, just a few clouds here and there, otherwise sunny skies, and we're at 77 degrees. Humidity 45%. No rain in the rain gauge, of course, today. This evening in Grand Ledger, temperatures at 78 degrees, 47% humidity. Literally no wind, at least on our sensor this afternoon. In Jackson, mostly sunny skies. How about 79 degrees? That's about as warm as we've been all day in Jackson. Humidity 36%, winds east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. In Hillsdale, just as nice, 76 degrees. The temperature, calm winds, and our peak wind gusts today only up to 11 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, expect a low 53 degrees, just a little warmer than it was last night. Light winds for tonight. Into tomorrow, light winds continue, sunshine continues, and so do the warm temperatures. Highs by 5 o'clock, topping out close to 82 degrees. The 6-day forecast, kind of cloudy on Saturday, and again, a 30% chance of 1 or 2 showers. Could affect, of course, the Spartans in the afternoon. Mid-80s for highs Sunday and Monday, 86 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday. Still nothing in the way of humidity, however. Another rain chance comes in next weekend on Saturday, and that has a cold front which will drop our temps into the mid-70s next Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, but that too will be above normal.
Yeah. So if you like the heat, you got that. If you like it cooler, you got that. And we all got sunshine.
I mean, plenty of it. I mean, unless you love rain and cold temperatures, you can't find anything wrong with this forecast.
All right, thank you.
David.
Thank you, David.